Hi everyone, hope you're well, hope your families are well. I hope trading and charting and investing has been treating you well as well. Um, it's been a while since I've last made a YouTube video, so bear with me. Again, like usual, I'm going to try and keep this as short and precise as possible. I'm not going to try and blab on, and I will just stick to the facts. Now, the the market's been crazy, to be honest. When we go to CoinMarketCap, Bitcoin, I think the last time I made a YouTube video, we hadn't even breached into the $12,000 region. We Since then we've obviously fallen to the $10,000 region and obviously breached into the 9,900s. It does look like our CME gap will be filled soon. I do have an update on this, so we will be covering it after this. Ethereum, it went up to about the $470, $480 region. I was expecting a touch of our $520 region, but it didn't come through, and it's obviously dumped to the $340 region. And I think it's breached into the $200 as well. I haven't actually looked at the charts in the last 2 days for Ethereum, so I will be looking at it during this video, so it will kind of be like I'm doing the charting on the spot. XRP sitting at number 4 at the moment. We breached into the 31 cent area, and I think we breached into the 32 cent area as well. We're obviously back at the 24 cent area. We hit 23 cents. It's looking good. Our first target has been fulfilled, so that's amazing. We was expecting this, and to be honest, XRP has played out really, really well. It's actually, I feel like I've been really in sync with the XRP chart recently. Number 6, Chainlink. Wow, like just wow. I think it hit the $18-19 region. And absolutely dumped since then. It's filled our 61.8 and I believe our 78.6 has held a support, so that's great as well. Um, Obviously, the updates are in the Discord, and if I have time and I don't go on too long, I will cover it in this video as well. Litecoin, our downside target is the $40 region. Um, Again, we dropped to the $44 region. We're back up to the $48 region right now. So we'll see what happens. We might see some upside potential, but I will be covering this in the Discord and not in this video today. And if we scroll down, to be honest, most of these has done really, really well. VeChain is the other one I just want to point out. Again, I expect a push to the 0.008 to the 1 cent region. From there is where I'd like to buy my spot buy, is where I like to put my spot buys. To be honest, dollar cost averaging at these regions is a big shout as well, because in the long term, I think when we look back at these prices for VeChain, they will never be seen again in the next 12 to 24 months. VeChain is very, very undervalued at the moment. So we'll see how that goes. So yeah, I'm gonna go straight over to Bitcoin. Again, my XRP chart is a whole load more busier than this, and I think my Ethereum may be as well. So please just ignore them until I delete all the key levels that are not needed or whatever. We've got the daily trend line here. It was support at the moment. It hasn't been retested as a resistance. I was expecting a retest, but actually it seems that our daily key level at the $10,500 region has held. What we did do is hit our psychological key level to the T. Apologies about that. We did hit our psychological key level to the T. From there, we pushed back up. However, it did turn out to be resistance on the daily time frame, and yesterday's daily candle has pushed all the way down and breached lower into the 9,900s. Again, there is more room for downside potential. We should fill our CME futures gap region soon. The reason I was expecting a trendline retest wasn't only because of how closely our 61.8 and 78.6 possibly aligned with our trend line here after some consolidation. It was also because if we go back to our monthly trend line, just back here quickly, and pull this down, grab this. Actually, let me just go like this. And we just draw this trend line out once again. Just make it a bit more precise. Cool. If we zoom back into the daily, you should see right now how cool. Yeah, so I know it doesn't look too amazing on the daily time frame, but again, if you do look at it, it is reacting to the trend line. So we know it is valid on the daily time frame as well. But the reason I like this Fibonacci setup is not only because of how closely the 61.8 here align and the 78.6 aligns with this trend line after some consolidation, but also because how well our minus 61.8 aligns with our trend line retest. Now, 8,570 is pretty low. I don't know if we will breach that low into the 8,000s, but there is definitely a possibility that we can hit our daily key level at the 9,100 to the $9,200 region. That is something that I will be expecting. So we'll see how it goes once we break into the $9,600 region anyway. We can see how price is reacting to our weekly key level and then make a decision based on that if we think we're going to go that little bit lower. So again, for now, I just want to see how we react to this region. I do expect some consolidation. I was looking forward for this trend line retest, but I do not think it's going to come through anymore. I do think we'll breach straight into the 9,600s after this date, after yesterday's daily candle closure. So again, just look out for any other Bitcoin updates that I'm going to make in the Discord. They will again just be a follow up from what I'm sharing with yourselves in here. From here, just want to go to Ethereum. So on the daily candle, Ethereum is looking pretty good. It's looking pretty crazy actually. We had number one there. Okay, cool. So this is what this is. So we've obviously gone from the lows up to the highs, and then we was expecting our 61.8 and 78.6 to be hit. It was hit. It was actually smashed through. We have closed at the $335 region as well. Again, with Ethereum, like I said, bear with me because I haven't checked the charts in 48 hours. So this is basically me charting on top. So I'm going to be thinking out loud, and it gives you a way of understanding of how I look at the charts, and how I see these things happen. So we've closed below our weekly trend, our weekly key level. If we go to the weekly, we can kind of see that is a nice alignment there. So I can probably get this rectangle out here, and then from here, a little drawing that aligns something like this. Maybe turn that into a color like this. And the reason for that is because it's on the weekly chart and not monthly. Looks decent on monthly as well. Cool. So yeah, you can see that we're currently below our. Actually, that's on the weekly. Sorry, bear with me. Yeah. So on the daily, if I just remove this Fibonacci because that's all set up and done, no need to have it on there no longer. So if we just look at this, you can see that we've breached below the weekly key level, and we've kind of hit a daily key level. So we're bang on in the middle. This is no man's land. Definitely do not enter anything right now. We either wait for a push up here and then another push down, or we or we wait until we retest this daily key level. If I do just take out a Fibonacci, then it kind of gives us an opportunity to pop back into the 450, 421 area, and then from there maybe push back into the $250 region. And to be honest, if I remember right, the $250 region is around here, which is not too bad when it comes to a sense of a key level. If we just go something like this, we can see that it's a bit dodgy here, but apart from that, nice bounce, nice bounce, nice bounce. That's decent as well. Nice few bounces there. So we could again push down to the $250 region. That is something that I'm looking into as well. And actually, wait, this looks quite good. If we just go like this, yeah. So we could easily push down into the $241 region. I think that should be a bit higher, maybe. Yeah, we could easily push down the $250 region with Ethereum. That is something that I'm expecting. We've got a nice minus 27 retracement that aligns well with a 61.8 retracement on a larger Fibonacci. You know, just want to see what happens here. Push down. This is probably where I want to buy most of my spot buys. This is I do expect some manipulation here. It's really possible the $250 region could come through. From here, we go straight over to XRP. Now, the chart is really messy, so before I even press onto it, I do apologize. We are going to just zoom in. Cool. So let me just delete the fibs. Let's start off with deleting the fibs. So cool. So we were here. I was expecting a push lower before we pushed up above, but unfortunately the push lower didn't come through. We actually pushed above directly from here. So we hit that region here. From there, we pushed all the way back down. We was expecting this. This is looking really good. If we just go all the way back and we do this. So our first target region was the 23-cent region. I think that's what I said in the Discord. Again, if you're not in the Discord, just make sure you join. Links in the bio, on my Twitter, and also the description of this YouTube video. But yeah, anyway, forget all of that. Back to XRP. So yeah, the target was the 23-cent region. We have fulfilled it. From here, it is a possibility that we do go back down to this region here. If we go to the 4-hour, I just want to look at this on the 4-hour as well. If we go to the 4-hour, you can see that we've broken below, retested the highs of our weekly key level, and now we're pushing back down. And actually, after breaking below on this green candle, we've actually retested the lows, which is we've seen quite a few sell orders there, and it's absolutely dumped towards our 61.8 retracement, our first downside target. So it's good to know that that has been fulfilled. From here again, possibility of this region here being hit, the 21-cent region, a very big possibility. If I just go back as well and we bring up the other Fibonacci, that was cool. So this one here, if we look at this as well, just get rid of the arrows again. The reason I don't say the 20-cent region is because it looks just below that trend line. I say the 21-cent region because this is where the minus 61.8 retracement is for this Fibonacci that was in play here. So we had the highs, the lows, hit the 61.8, and now we're going down. And actually, we're on track to hit the minus 61.8 as well. So again, I expect the 21 cent region to be hit, which is where I'll be looking to do most of my buys. This trend line here is the daily trend line. It has been holding for a while. Ignore the whole head and shoulders thing. It was just me trying out some stuff. But yeah, this is the daily trend line. I believe it's also valid on the weekly because I've got the weekly support trend line. There you go. It's also valid there. We've got one bounce, two bounce, three bounce, four bounce. So we know that it's pretty valid. If we go back to the daily, just look how amazing it looks, you know. We did adjust it there in the weekly, so yeah. One bounce, two bounce, three bounce, four bounce. Again, minus 61.8 aligns amazingly with our daily key level, with the trend line retest, could possibly align with the CME gap filling or Bitcoin's trend line retest. And then from there, I think we're going to absolutely push up, break the 30 cent region, hopefully, and then start looking at some higher targets that XRP hasn't seen in quite a long time. From here, I know I will quickly go over to Chainlink. No, this is definitely not my chart. This is my chart. Cool. So on the futures, there isn't much to analyze, especially when you go to the monthly, but it doesn't matter. There's a lot of liquidity in this, especially since price is dumped, so I don't mind analyzing this. If we go to the daily, you know, we've got nice key level here. What we've done is we've absolutely annihilated that the region, the 78.6. We've closed above, so we know that this region here is resistance at the moment. It looks like we could possibly, you know, come back down for a retest, but I really do expect this region to hold. And that is why I've made my buys. You know, the whole market right now is bullish. We are, again, I've said it before, we're in the transition stage from bearish to a bullish market. After we see that Bitcoin CME gap fill, and after we see, well, hopefully, if we see that trend line retest, it is it's going to be very courageous of me to say, but I highly doubt we're going to see the low 9,000s or the high $9,000 region for a very long time. I don't think we're going to see these prices. So for everyone that's been here since the last bull run, for everyone that's held on through years and all the downsides and all the pain, then do hold on tight to your seats because we should see some nice upside movement within the next 12 to 24 months. Now, again, we could probably see a retest of this region and then look to head towards the 25 cent and 30 cent region. That is really what I expect. It's looking very good. If we go to the 4 hour, let me see what I see here. Cool. So we have actually, you know, basically hit it to the T. And after hitting it to the T, we can see that it's held as support. This region here is held as support. It's already been retested, so it is a possibility that we could go higher from here. If if we do break this key level and we do break below this, I think and we do see closures. I'm not talking about wick fishing on higher time frames. So we might break below on the daily, but the weekly may close above. And if the weekly closes above, then we know that it's a pretty good region. And to be honest, if I just zoom in on the weekly, I know we don't have too much data, but I'm kind of seeing one bounce, two bounce, three bounces. So again, it's got more than one bounce. So we definitely know it's key level. definitely know it's valid. Um, and also it aligns with 78.6 retracement, so we definitely know it's a level. If we just go back to the daily, yeah, the market's bullish. Chainlink has obviously been performing very well. If it breaks below this region and it doesn't hold a support, I think that is very dangerous for Chainlink. It needs to hold a support at least on the lower time frames, and if it doesn't hold a support on the lower time frames, then it definitely needs to hold a support on the higher time frames. If it doesn't, then I do think that that is very, very dangerous for Chainlink. Um, I think I'm going to have a look at gold as well, just quickly for you all. I haven't done much of this. Wow, this is looking different. Um, Again, have another look at this in a while. If I just adjust this, um, this is due to open. Actually, I don't even think I'm going to have a look at gold because I think it might be bank holiday Monday or whatever they call it in America. Sorry for my ignorance, is the better way to say it. But again, from looking at what has happened, trend line bounce, I've kind of just adjusted this trend line quickly. I'm going to remove this now because we did hit the 61.8, but we haven't obviously gone up to fulfill the minus 27 right now. One trend line bounce, 2, 3, doji candle. This is again me thinking out loud. I would probably stay away from this. I know there's been the NFP data that's been released recently, and the stock market has been very volatile. You know, that is a doji candle. The trend line doesn't, it's not clearly exactly sure if this is holding. And to be honest, do you remember it was the same on Bitcoin with the monthly trend lines, and the charts love to do this. On the trend lines, what happens is you see one bounce, two bounce, three bounce, and then we wick fish through, and then we break through. And the more price hits a trend line, the weaker that trend line gets. The more price hits a key level, the weaker that key level gets. So it's not what most people think. I know a lot of people think the more you hit a key level, it seems to be holding. So you know that that key level is strong. No, if the more you hit a key level, actually that key level gets weaker, and that resistance or that support gets weaker. Same goes with the trend line. So we don't really want to be hitting this right now. I would be staying away from gold. Our targets were the $2,100 region, if I believe correctly. Again, I need to check the Discord. I haven't checked the Discord, or I haven't checked the charts for gold in a while either. So I have checked the Discord today. Actually, that's a lie. So yeah. This is it for now. Again, let me know. I know you lot want me to analyze one. I will be looking into one hopefully sometime soon. There's a whole load of alts that I've written down as well. So um, if I just go onto my Discord quickly, I know you want me to look at TRX, OXT, GBT, ARC, FET, GNT, ADA. So I will be looking into all of these. So yeah, just look out for all the updates. Again, actually, let me just bring up the Discord. If you're new to this, then do join the Discord Trades and Investments channel. We've managed to look at XRP, Litecoin, Bitcoin, do updates on them daily. We've looked at TRX, XLM, Zcash, VeChain, Golem, Link, Quant, and ZIL. So yeah, we've got a whole load here that I'm covering. I've got a whole load of other things that I want to cover as well. Look out for the updates coming out on Sunday. I'll have a roundup of all the best things that have happened in the market in the last 7 days. So yeah, basically a whole load more to come. I'm gonna try to keep this up as much as I can. Doing these market updates, they do take up a lot of your time, especially just constantly looking at the charts. So please bear with me. I do try and give this 100%. And thank you to everyone for keeping this chat alive. Like, literally, you are all amazing. I appreciate all of you. And just let me know what I can do for you. Again, thank you and take care.